What's good in the hood? Quick new reaction video, dating right. It's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? Title of this video is people not holding back on women's 4B movement. I mean, it's a movement that they pretty much hijacked from, South Korea, and that didn't work. But I mean, this should be really good, for women to do this, to stop hoeing, to stop being some sluts. You know what I'm saying? But they're doing it out of the strength of, saying we want to take charge and control of the situation in their bodies because of this whole Trump election thing. But we're going to get right into this video and see what's going on here with what Dating Right got to say. Let's get right into it.
If his ballot is red, his balls stay blue. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
To the men of America, thank you so much, because you have now officially pushed any woman who is ever questioning herself away from you and into my arms. And I am now 100% gay. I wasn't sure before, but now I am positive. So if you're a man, don't look at me, don't touch me, don't speak to me, don't breathe near me.
I'm afraid it's a little late for me in the 4B movement category, but I will say I fully support you guys.
What in the fuck is a 4B movement? Fellas, y'all really done it now, piss these women off. Because I hear that's when they go on strike with the cooter. Y'all ain't finna be getting no box. Boy, it's gonna be so much cooter on the rainbow side. You're gonna have to turn to the pooper scooter.
I'm convinced the secret to dating is just not to give a fuck about anybody and just treat them like shit. Because whenever you do care about somebody and do things for them, they take advantage of you or they don't appreciate it.
Maybe this is a good thing, guys. Maybe they box need a timeout for a little while. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed that, the women that practice this whole 4B movement thing, they're probably single or probably unattractive. And I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about how the way they are, their attitude, how belligerent and prideful and disrespectful they are towards men. So there you have it.
Absolutely will be doing this 4B movement. I am going to absolutely be getting self-defense classes, going to the shooting range. I'm talking about everything. They even mentioned sharpen your teeth. I heard getting your nails sharp, getting some nails put on that sharp.
So to protest Donald Trump's win, women are gonna stop having sex with just anybody until a man respects them. Oh my gosh, what are y'all gonna do next? Start reading the Bible?
Y'all didn't tell me that there was a name for what I was doing this whole time. So 4B, huh? Yeah, I've been 4Bing for 6 months. Welcome to the team.
Has anyone thought about the fact that a man saying they don't like Donald Trump is probably going to be a lie they use to get women?
Yes, in regard to the 4B movement, here's a motion I would like to bring to the people, okay? When men touch us, that unsolicited touch they do when they're trying to get our attention, speak to us, begin to ensnare us in their drama, that is them being a man and wanting something from a woman. Can we start screaming? Can we just scream from there and be like, ah! Can we do that? Because I did that recently, and it was so great. It was so great. I was at this bar, right? And this guy was trying to say something to me, and he tapped me, and then I was like, okay, what? And he wasn't using his voice. It's he was trying to be funny and cute. He was neither. And he was and I was like, what? And I'm not one of those what? I was if I'm not, especially because now the way I feel about men, I'm kind of what the fuck? I was just kind of what? And he was I was yo, are you using your voice? He was I was all right. Then he moved on, right? He moved on and ended up dancing with some girl. And it's funny because some other people, I don't know because I went there by myself. It's we all collectively saw, okay, good, he finally found someone. So I was y'all peep too. Love that for me. Found my tribe. And then he leaves the girl and ends up going back to the bar. I feel his beady ass eyes just knocking on my temporal lobe, right? So I was just oh my God. So then he touches me again, but this time the touch went down and touched my thigh. And I had a really cute skirt on, so it touched my skin on my leg, which is too close to the glorious entrance of my vagina, right? So I was like, ah! Stop touching me!
You can't do it because you can't stop having. You can't stop popping at cats.
Just like that. I hit a Kevin Hart. Stop touching me! Ah! And I froze at the, wherever my eyes had widened to, I froze and I was just like, ah! And he was like, exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. Don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me, bitch. Don't touch me, bitch. Bitch, don't touch me. Okay, so,
Yeah, please keep your hands to yourself, man. Especially women like this, because they'll just make a big deal out of everything now. It's crazy in the hood. It took an orange man for some of these women to use their brain. You should practice celibacy. You should. But yeah, let's ride out.
yeah, lengthy and dramatic submission as a motion, but I submit to all those who are going to be a part of the 4B movement. Can we just collectively start to scream at them? I hope the motion is accepted. I'm going to do it anyway, and I just wanted to share. All right. Thank you so much. Love you.
4B means the guy with face tattoos isn't calling you back. 4B means you're sick of people asking you who the father is because you don't know the answer. 4B means if dating had a computer screen and a keyboard, you would have thrown both across the room an hour ago. 4B means you're starting to have more birthday candles on your cake than happy birthday beautiful DMs. 4B means you cry yourself to sleep about that one guy that treated you right 11 years ago that you totally ghosted, and now he's got a beautiful family, and you stalk them on Instagram and you cry.
The emotional damage only applies to beta males, okay? It only applies to the guys that women don't really like that, okay? Because those are the only guys women will ever try to enforce any type of, I guess you could say, rules onto those guys. Now, I don't know the exact ins and outs of whatever this movement is. There's always something new going on the internet, right? But I do know this. Women make rules for beta males, and they break all those rules for the alpha male. All right? So whatever that movement is, if you're a guy a woman really likes, you ain't got to worry about none of that shit, because she's just going to be on your program. All right? But if you're a guy a woman don't really like that, and she enforcing these type of shit on you, these type of goofy ass rules, step your game up, bro. That's your only option.
Why in a moment of distress people don't set realistic goals for themselves? Y'all are 4B movementing me to death, and y'all do not know the first thing about being anybody's 4 or B. 4B movements, let me reiterate for y'all, means y'all not gonna be with no man, y'all not gonna be dealing with no man, y'all not gonna be having intercourse with no man, y'all not gonna be dating no man. It's just gonna be you, yourself, and your homegirls, okay? And some women can do this because this is something they have been practicing for a long amount of time, but a lot of us cannot, and I'm including myself in a lot of us. Instead of feeling like because now all of these restrictions may be placed on women that you just have to decenter men, right? You have to just say F all men. How about you date with a purpose? Hear me out. How about you only involve yourself with men who you can see yourself having a child with? How about you abstain until you meet someone who is worthy of your goods? How about refocusing on that? How about not cutting off something that you don't want to cut off, but rather putting yourself first? Ensuring that you are your first priority. Because see, baby, when you are your first priority and you are dating and you meet someone, that person will also make you their first priority. And you see, if you like that person in return, you're going to make that person your first priority, right? And so now your man is making you his first priority. You're making that man your first priority. So everyone is being prioritized and everyone is happy. But that starts with putting yourself first. That starts with not letting just any old nigga, okay, run through you. That starts with ensuring that you are using your discernment, that you are vetting people properly, right? That starts with only dealing with people that's on your level. That starts with not being delusional about who's not on your level, meaning sometimes he may be out of your league, sis. Let's start there, okay? Let's set realistic goals. And
They ain't hearing you. They just want to go autopilot with their pussy deep down, you know what I'm saying? Be reckless. Because, you know, the society tells these women out here that it's consumed by the garden of insanity, they're invincible, and there's no consequences to whatever immoral things that they do in their lives. They're not hearing. They're not. Look, I have tons of videos to prove this. Like, some ain't hearing you. Some may be hearing you. But we got, you know, a lot of women out here that's fighting a good cause for women to do better. So, and I showed that, and it seems like it falls on deaf ears, you know, because things keep going on. But you know, this whole movement thing is gonna be a fad, and trying to like hijack it, you know, like I said earlier, from the women from South Korea, pretty much like going MGTOW, a reverse MGTOW. It's not gonna last, y'all. It's not.
And then you got people talking about, oh, you need to break up with your man and you need to get divorced. Who? Because I'm not leaving my man for nothing, baby. And some of y'all got some good men and willing to say, maybe I should, big idiot. Set better goals, be more realistic, and you'll have less to worry about. Stay safe.
Hard to come by these days. Take care of your husband and your kids.
Another thing, ladies, black out all dating websites and apps, okay? Even if you don't have the app anymore, re-download it and delete your account. Then delete the app. They should be scrolling on the same pick-me pearls in a 1 mile radius over and over and over.
No longer in the season where you can sleep around. Leave them niggas that ain't got shit.
Woman, you need to stop putting out for men. Like, I'm not even kidding. You need to stop fucking these men.
So let me get this straight. Y'all are mad because the vast majority of men voted for Donald Trump. And because they voted for Donald Trump, you feel like it took away your right to have an abortion. And this has brought you to the conclusion that now it's time to stop being hoes. You do realize that there are worse things that you can...
Think about that for a second. Like, it came down to that. And he's not even taking abortion rights away. He's letting the states, you know, governor leaders take care of that instead of just doing it across the board. He's giving wherever you live a choice to ban abortion or not. Like, what rights is he taking? I'm lost here. But you can't make this up. Now they want to stop being hoes because I had to think about it for a second. This is crazy in the hood, man. Like, that's what it takes. I'm not even doing my job right. I should be a villain then if that's what it takes for women to act right. That's right.
Catch than a pregnancy from having unprotected sex, right? You do also realize that birth control and condoms are completely legal and available, right? Yeah, from the sounds of it, you need the 4B movement. Like, it's crazy to me that the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade is what has inspired you to have some damn morals. Abortion is not a form of birth control. It should be used as a last resort. Like, you still have control over your reproductive rights. All you gotta do is choose to be responsible.
Straight men need to step up their game. and relationally with women, or they are going to be pushed out. We really are seeing this play out in real time through the 4B movement. If you're not aware of this movement, it's a radical feminist movement that originated in South Korea, but it has gone global in recent months. And the focus of it is decentering men, but in a very hardcore way. Straight women specifically are committing to not only never marrying men, but never being in relationships with men or dating men, and more significantly, to never having sex with men. And we are at a very interesting point in history now where sex toy technology is so good that women do not need men in a sexual context. And there's obviously been a trend for a while now of women committing to platonic life partnerships, which is where they move in together with a best friend of the same gender and have a completely but committed lifelong relationship, because they are finding more meaning in that relationship and more connection and support and validation than what they are getting through their relationships with men. I think for so long men have seen it as some kind of threat that they can make, like, well, you need men, like, what will you do without us? But women are literally at a point where they are so fed up that they are saying, we don't care. We are just really sick of men's shit. This is the consequence of toxic masculinity. This is the consequence of this whole alpha male movement that was led by the likes of Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson.
As much as I hate to say it, a 4B movement is not going to happen in the United States. The fact of the matter is that white women, 60% of them voted for that man because they benefit from white supremacy. They didn't vote against their interests. It is in their interest to vote for that man. What I do think might happen, most likely, is that there'll be a decline in birth rates as more and more women die from miscarriages that are totally preventable, that abortion could have saved their life. I think people are going to realize what the risk is here. The fact of the matter is that the rise in fascism, the implementation of aspects of Project 2025 is going to scare the shit out of a lot of people, a lot of women specifically. And women aren't going to want to bring that. They're not going to want to bring kids into the world, not with how scary things are getting. At the end of the day, just be careful in choosing your partners. Avoid sex hookups as much as you possibly can, unless you know that that person is trustworthy and is willing to support you and help you in any way that they can. Get on birth control. IUDs are a great form of birth control. They're horrific to go through, but it could save your life.
The girlies say you're not getting any more kitty. Meow. No more kitty for you. 4B, baby. What are you gonna do? I love this movement and everything it stands for. It's about time. It's definitely time. Women have been played with for too long. They adore us, but they fear us. We've been beaten, taken advantage of, raped for years. Women run the world. That's just period, point blank. We run this motherfucker. So I stand with my ladies when they said they ain't fucking with men no more. Until we see some real change, until we're really appreciated. Now I'm married, so I can't fully be in the movement. I might be able to cut him back to, getting a little kitty maybe once a week, something like that, so I could stand with my ladies. But I love this movement, and I love everything it stands for. We are women. We are goddesses. We are everything. And this movement is going to spark the change that's needed. That's long overdue.
What change? Shout out to Dating Right for this video, man. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Guys, what y'all thinking? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's have a discussion, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I do a variety of videos here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.